blanket and some sunblock. It's time for lying on the beach on camera. Lois and Steve.
Welcome to another edition of Lying on the Beach on Camera. I'm Steve Greenberg with
Lois Whitman-Hess.
And our engineer is
David Yebes.
And we have a great special guest. But before I mention our guest, I want to mention our sponsor. We couldn't do Lying on the Beach without the handle stick. And I'll tell you more about that coming up in just a little bit. But first up is our extra special guest. We have with us today Meg Sa-Dala. She was born in Warsaw, Poland. While working for EV Brands and a niche accessories company, Meg started her own animal-related company named Dog Clothes Avenue. Back in 2014, Meg made a bold move and opened a not-for-profit charity called Miami Animal Rescue, established to rescue abandoned pets in South Florida. 6 years later, Miami Animal Rescue is one of the largest Florida rescues, with a newly opened shelter branch in Colorado just last year. Miami Animal Shelter has saved thousands of animals, has received many honors and awards. And Meg, we are honored to have you joining us on the beach. Thank you so much for lying on the beach. And I guess the first question is, why the big switch? What was the big motivation that made you go from being in a regular job and starting your own not-for-profit, which is usually not profitable? So tell us, why'd you do it?
Thank you guys for having me. First of all, I appreciate it. Well, I guess that was just always in me. I had a solid background in education given by my mom, and she had this vision of me being a musician and performer, and it was a part of my life before. However, I was always very, very, very connected to animals, to help, to be out there for anybody who needs it. And I was always sitting there with those chained dogs since I was 4 years old and hugging everything that was not huggable, and that's what I felt inside me. But then it's not your job. Like, how can you survive or pay your bills or just live life just helping animals? That's not a job, animal helper. So I'm like, that's not gonna work out. You need a career, you need a degree. I got one, and I thought maybe musician is not a degree to brag about. I need another degree. I got another degree in marketing and commerce, but still there was something that I wanted to do that was, in my DNA. I wanted to help animals. I wanted to rescue. I wanted to bring them home, heal them, make them feel better. So it took me a while, but in my mid-age 40s now, I took that move, and I just opened the rescue, and with the big hopes. Now, we are the largest rescue almost in South Florida, one of the top rescues. So it worked out. You have to take a leap of faith sometimes and just follow your dreams. It was inside you. Your parents listen to what your kids want to do. Don't force your dreams upon them. It's not going to work out. So I wanted to be a vet, not a musician. And I wish maybe I had a little bit more of a medical background to it, but that all came with experience and putting my hands on, 600 animals every single year, now more, close to 1,000 probably, different species, wildlife, dogs and cats and dragons and porcupines, and you get a call and there's kangaroo to catch in the Redlands, and there's just, you never know. It's always a surprise. It's always crazy. It's always fast forward. It's always zero sleep. Like, I tried to sleep less and less, and I perfected it to work of 20 hours every single day. Now I'm like, what can I do? I'm still so behind. I have 300 emails every day. I can go to sleep every other day. Perfect. No, my body hates me. And that was actually last night. It was one of roughest weeks this week. We had a lot of medical cases. We had a lot of critical cases, animals that, if you just don't take them in right now, the second, they're just not going to make it. Hit by cars, and surrenders, and tumors, and cancers, and uterus infections, and gut spilling out on the streets, and deliveries, and just nonstop. So I try, and then the picture comes, and you look at it, I'm like, oh my God, I just can't put it away. This dog chain being baked in the sun, this cat just being ripped apart by something, and just non-stop, and it keeps coming.
So Meg, well, this is all very interesting, Meg. Tell us, what is it that you actually do? Because I am your audience, and I know you very well, but I don't get what this life is and what the mission is. Tell us what you look for, who contacts you, what's the problem with the animals, because we're going to try to help you fundraise for your cause. So you've got to explain to everybody what's going on.
Sure. Our rescue as a 501c nonprofit organization is created to rescue abandoned animals, to rescue abused animals, to rescue anything that needs help. So for that matter, we take animals that are being surrendered by owners, their situation changed. They no longer able to take care of animal. They lost their job. They're being evicted right now with COVID. That kind of tripled or quadrupled. Like it's just massive amount of animals people just cannot support anymore. They have to go to rentals. They have to move with their family members. So they coming back to their countries even. So that's like a lot. Then we pull out from euthanasia, from the local kill shelters. There's a lot of animals here, specifically larger breeds, bully breeds. We have zero interest in Miami. We have a huge overpopulation. We have illegal breeders. We have people on every corner in Homestead, Florida City, Opelika, selling puppies, horrible condition. Yet people are still interested, and I see it, and I pull over, and there's this guy, and the puppies like 300 ticks from every year, and the ringworm all over, and the people pull over like, how much is this puppy? $500, and they're interested. I'm like, why are you supporting this? This is so horrible, and you clearly see the dog is a mess. So strays, owner surrenders, and the shelter are three sources. So pretty much everything. You get about 300 phone calls every single day with everything, anything.
How do people find out about you?
I don't know. Please tell them to wipe my number. This is just uncontrollable. I can't handle. There's Facebook, there's Messenger, there's WhatsApp, there is Instagram, there is my cell phone, there is email. There's just, it was hundreds. Now it went to 1,000. And here's the little secret. The Miami Animal Rescue employs 3 people, me, myself, and I. So when people call here and then they ask me, oh, can you transfer me to Spanish speaking department? Can you, all departments are hearing right here, department of accepting the dogs, medicating the dogs, transporting them to the vet, picking up dog from a shelter, cleaning those dogs, microchipping them, finding the foster, getting the supplies, scheduling the surgeries, doing the paperwork, reviewing the background checks for people, making the marketing materials, posting that on Instagram. Last time I remember I did today was like 4 in the morning. And I don't know if you saw my post, I was doing some updates with celebrity testimonials and endorsements, and I have some interesting material there to look at. We have some other celebrities showing on our feeds. So there's a lot of people supporting, but it's just a lot of work. It's a voluntary work. I am not on salary. I never was on salary. How can you get people to work for you for no money? People come, they leave very quickly, they have jobs, they have school. So it's, you know, I get help. I do have volunteers that are with me, but I don't have staff. We don't have anything as a structure that exists. It's always me. So yeah.
Meg, so 2 questions. First of all, how many volunteers do you actually have at any given time? And also, you rescue these dogs now, or animals, you have them. Where do you put them? They go into some shelter, into your house, into a neighbor's house? You've now rescued an animal. What happens to them, and how many volunteers are helping you?
Again, that touches another issue. We work with the Miami-Dade schooling system, and as a nonprofit 501c, you are authorized to give what's called community hours. So students who need to graduate, students who need to apply for financial aid, apply to college, they need to graduate certain amount of community hour service in order to be able to do so. So we as a 501c, in exchange for taking care of an animal, we are allowed to give the student community hours for this type of work. So they take animal from us, they host a cat, a dog, and mom with a puppy. We provide all the supplies. We always give everything they need. We never charge people to surrender any dogs, even if they surrender 27 dogs the same day. If we can just help them, if we have resources, if we have fosters, we always take them in. And we work with medical schools. We started with veterinary schools with students like Varela, like Ferguson. Now we work probably with about 50 schools in Miami-Dade and Broward, and the program is open to anybody. If you need volunteer hours, community hours for any sort of school activity, we work with juvenile system to help minors as well with issues like that. So there is a lot of fosters ready. Problem is everybody wants to foster cute, fluffy puppy, and that's not how it works with the rescue, because you have dogs that are heavily compromised. You have dogs with skin issues. You have dogs that have been in fights, they've been abandoned, they've been abused, they've been starved. So it's barely ever 3 weeks old Labradoodle that everybody's asking for. We don't have those, okay? We have those poor dogs that being mistreated, abandoned, neglected, and failed by humans. We have dogs that are terrified. Dogs that are allowed in the shelter, you know, aggressive, that. There's all not true. The same second they leave the shelter, jump on your car, there's a completely different dog. They're confusing there. They're scared. They don't know what's going on. Everybody's barking. They smell all those things, and they behave like scared dogs.
So how many different volunteers do you have that help you?
I don't have any irregular amount that is always with me. Every year we can encourage students and spread the word to the word of mouth and you know, social media, that's what we do, and we look for volunteers, and I always have a line of people waiting to foster. So I probably have about 20-30 fosters ready to foster at all times. However, like this dog that we got notification about today, chained somewhere, it's a huge American bulldog, clearly abused, skinny, no water, no shelter. He's being baked on this metal chain. He's crying with his face. The picture was so emotional. I just couldn't start not working on it right away. Who's gonna foster this dog? This dog is about 70 pounds probably. And none of the people live in apartments because of our regulations. It's either no dogs or only up to 20 pounds. So you would have to be living on a farm only, or have some sort of household that will allow you to take your dogs. It's very, very, very hard to accommodate large breed dogs in Miami. So the idea of us finding some sort of an off-site location worked out perfectly in Colorado. It's a little bit far. We drive 3 days one way nonstop. We do crazy things, but it's the only way for us to accommodate those unwanted dogs that are here. It's just so many of them. They're being bred. Shelter is full of them. You may go right now and you're gonna have 80 big brown dog, big black dog, big brown dog, big brown. It's just, and zero interest. And then one kennel in the front with small dogs, they're getting immediately adopted and there's nothing.
So when you get an animal, what do? You put out an alert to see who will help you? How does that work?
Well, first we're gonna try to see if the animal is microchipped, if there's any sort of the ownership, you know, marking attached to it, if there's a collar. We posted on social media. Everybody's cross posting to Miami-Dade shelters being involved. We make the post to group pages on Facebook, like Lost Dogs of Miami, depending on the area, Lost Dogs of Homestead, Lost Dogs of Cutler Bay, Kendall, and so on. We put in on all the apps, Finding Rover, Craigslist. So there is a holding period for stray dogs. Miami-Dade only hold dogs for 3 days. So if you're on vacation and someone was fostering the dog for you, or the gardener left the gate, you got 3 days. If you didn't get the message, your dog might be adopted from the shelter, and that's legal, and there is nothing you can do. There's adoption contract, dog's adopted.
Wow.
So we hold it as long as we can, and it's rough because, again, county has all the supplies. They have everything for free. They have doctors, facilities, they have resources, medication, everything. Rescue gets nothing. We start with every single animal from zero or negative because, you know, surgeries, everything, vetting costs arms and legs, it costs tons of money. So we always kind of behind. So taking several dogs that are always compromised, they have tumors, they have, you know, they need thousands every day. It's kind of hard. So the bigger dog, the more big of an issue it is to accommodate it and be able to help it. So we take it in.
Yeah.
We call the foster. If we have the foster ready, the dog goes to the foster. Then we coordinate vetting and everything, depending on the situation. If it's, you know, more urgent, it goes straight to the vet, and then I work on the foster. Foster picks up from the vet, because then we do photo shoots. We do like a whole bunch of things around the dog, depending on what's going on. If it's ready for adoption, it will surrender. If it's from the shelter, we have to wait. We look for the owner. But it's barely ever we found the owner. Chips are there, they're never registered. And if a dog's are dumped in areas like we know there are dumping grounds, it's just almost, you know, we see a huge dog.
Meg, I have 2 questions for you that we must answer before, you know, we get out of time. One is, how many vets do you work with? And the other one is, after you answer that question, where could people send money to you and what do you need?
We always need supplies for dogs and cats. This is our highest volume. We get about 150 animals each month. So just to feed that crowd, you can imagine that costs a lot. They all nervous, they pee on their beds, they chew their beds. So we always need food, beds, pee-pee pads, basic stuff like formulas, toys. This is ongoing. We have Amazon wish list. You can check what's there. We also constantly post. We work with celebrities a lot this week, and their information where's our Venmo,
All
where's
right,
our
Meg,
PayPal,
where do people send you money? I want to get you money.
Venmo works. It's Miami Animal Rescue. We have PayPal. We have all the information on our website as well. You can go to our
Okay.
website, click donate, miamianimalrescue.org. All donations are tax deductible, and we welcome everything because it takes a village. People really send $1, and we appreciate that because 20 people would do that, and we have $20 we didn't have before. It always starts, you know, from the little adding to a little bit. So it's $1, $3, $5. It all builds up, and we always pay everything, and we always end up being where we need to be. Maybe sometimes a little bit later because all the rescues are behind the bills, but we always get everybody vetted. Everything is done the way it's supposed to be done. And with everybody's help, we're blessed to do what we need to do.
What type of people usually give you the most amount of money?
We don't get really any big donations. If you look at our feed, it's really people following us, people from Miami-Dade area, people who appreciate what we do, who see, I post every day. This is what I do. This is who came in. This is what they need. This is how much it costs. So people see it has to be a clarity in the rescue. As a nonprofit, you have to show what you're doing, and they see it. They know, everybody knows how much everything costs. You get one dog hit by a car, fracture hip, fracture hammer, could change $7,000. Where's the money coming from? We don't have $7,000 ever. So we start from $1, and then the picture, can you let me do a picture of the vet? Well, sure, another $20. It adds up, and we get that money. We don't have any donors. We partner up with PetSmart Charities when we open up in 2014. So they are our greatest supporter. They host us in their stores. We do adoption events with PetSmart. They help us with supplies and promo, and that's just been our strongest leg and partner. But other than that, we don't have any corporate sponsorship. We don't have any grants. We don't have any big injections that would be like, wow, we're comfortable, let's save everything. No, it's just, it's a village effort right here.
Okay, and the vets, how many vets do you call on to help you?
Well, surprisingly, there's not too many vets that would be willing to work on special terms with rescues. We are tax-free, so that's the only thing we don't pay. We don't pay taxes because we don't make any profit, so we don't pay tax, but that's not much. We work with basically one main veterinarian who is trying to help us as much as they can. And now I see that we maybe should outsource some other areas that are a little bit cheaper. If you vet, let's say in Homestead versus you vetting in Kendall or Pinecrest or Miami Beach, you know, when you do big surgeries, obviously you might have a difference between $1,000 and $5,000. So
Right.
We reach out to complicated surgeries to Broward and a little bit up north. And then there's definitely price difference. You can get cherry eye done for $450 versus $1,200 in Miami. So you learn as you go. You have to find the ways. You have to, you know, learn to do things yourself. Don't pay $50 for a chip insertion. You just do it yourself. You insert microchip yourself. Your cost drops to $2. You buy vaccination in bulk. It drops from $20 to $7. We have to buy a lot, and we never have that lot to buy multiple trays. So I would love to buy for cheaper, but then you have to spend more money, and then we
Meg, how many other organizations are there like you in the Miami area?
As of right now, there's probably a little bit over 100 approved rescues in Miami-Dade by Miami-Dade Animal Services. However, some of them are breed specific, so there will be people only rescuing German Shepherds or only rescuing Poodles.
Wow.
There'll be very small rescues. Maybe there is an older lady that loves dogs and she registered 501c, but she only rescues 6 Chihuahuas a year. And that's 6 saved lives, but it's just, you know, so there is a measure of, it can be a rescue, it can be a rescue. There are huge rescues. I believe I'm aware of the 2 rescues that have facilities. They can admit up to 500 dogs, but others are foster-based, small organizations that just, you know, you host 1 dog, you host 1 cat for me, you host a snake, you host a guinea pig, and it's all in individual people's homes.
Meg,
so
what do you
it's
do?
kind of hard to tell the volume because we rescue about 600, 700 animals as of last year, but some rescue would pull 5 or 20, some 200. So it depends.
Meg, what do you do? What do you do when you've taken in 150 animals in this run and you only have 60 places to place them? What do you do with the 90 leftover animals? I mean, what happens? I mean, it can't work out every month.
It's an everyday process. I wouldn't take 91 day because once again, it's just me and a lot of Post-it notes on my desk. So I can take probably up to 20 if there's a litter. Because if you get mom with puppies and it's a mama lab, she has 12 puppies, that's 13 dogs, but they only take like 2 feet of your house, and it's really easy. You don't do anything. She feeds them, assuming everything is okay. But it's 13 souls just right there. So I can take 3 litters a day. I can have 60 animals a day intake, and it's not even that painful because the mama takes care of the babies. If there are individuals, like we got some owner surrenders last week, some lady surrendered 8 dogs, and they're all in a very poor medical condition. And then someone brought a litter of 4 without mommy. I had to feed all night. You get up every 3 hours. You got to keep their temperature going if you don't have incubators ready. So it all varies, but we streamline. You have to have a plan to take an animal. You cannot just take it. There's a lot of examples out there. People take them, they dump them in the boarding, they don't have money to pay. Dogs are stuck. It creates more problem for an animal. That's not a rescue. You have to have a plan. So we take if we know we can help. I cannot take a horse because I have no place to put it. But I can take a pot-bellied pig because I have fosters in Redlands and they're going to help me. So you need to know what you're doing. We take a lot, about 100, 150 animals each month, but it's streamlined. So it's going to be 2, 6, 8, 10 a day, not more than that. Calling, scheduling out to fosters, then it's the next batch. And we also adopt a lot. So the rotation is very big. And now to COVID, people are very, I guess, emotional, and they want furry friends at home, and they adopt even more than before. So adoptions actually are up because the shelters are closed. They will pick up more of a slack from there because everything goes through the rescue right now. There is nowhere you can call. You cannot call 311 for help. You cannot go surrender the dog. You cannot go anywhere. There is nothing. There are only willing rescues who will stay and go and rescue whatever is out there. So
And process. I think on that note, I think so, it's rescuing animals, very few things more important than that. But one thing that's very important is making sure your phone is taken care of. And that's why our sponsor, we always have to thank our sponsor, the Handle Stick. The Handle Stick, it can attach to your phone or directly to your favorite case, like I'm doing right here. And there she goes. Lois is demonstrating it. So it can become a kickstand so that you can watch your phone in the landscape or in the portrait position. You can also hold it using that. Lois can demonstrate the holding feature where you can hold your phone, so it makes it kind of like hands-free use of your phone. And what's great about it, it comes in over 40 different styles. It attaches directly to the phone or directly to your favorite phone case. And they even have a thing now where you can customize the image, so you can make it your favorite team, your job, your
Miami
puppy,
Animal Rescue logo.
Your animal, Miami Animal Rescue would be perfect there. Your puppy, your favorite cat, their picture can go right here on it. So that's a nice thing you can do with it. And again, it's Handle Stick. It's HANDL NewYork.com. And there's our own Merrill. What's the one from Let's Make a Deal? Carol Merrill is demonstrating it right there. Look how it hides. Look how it hides her neck. See, that's what they don't even mention that in the press release, that it's great for hiding your neck, which is very important today. So they Handle New York. Check it out. And David, what's the best feature about the Handle Stick? David, tell us.
That it's only $10.
That's right. It starts at just $10. So check out HandleNewYork.com. We're so thrilled to have them Handle as our sponsor. And getting back to Meg, I went on your website. It's miamianimalrescue.org, miamianimalrescue.org. When you get there, it's really easy. It says you can adopt, donate, foster. They have a media spot, even sponsors. So there's no question whether you want an animal or you want to give some money to help Meg do what she does. You need to check out miamianimalrescue.org. Great spot to go. I love her logo in the back. The dog and cat logo is very cool. It's also on their website.
Thank you so much.
No, this has been really a lot of an eye-opening, a lot of information for all of us. Lois, any additional follow-up questions? David, any follow-up questions?
No, I just want Meg and the audience out there to know that I'm going to give out a lot of information for Meg every month to help her, because I think what she's doing is God's work. And we all want to help her. And part of having her lying on the beach on camera is that we want to help raise funds for the animals. Very, very important. And I have some people to link Meg up with immediately. And we're just going to try to help this effort. Because I don't know how much longer Meg could do this. How much steam is in her engine?
It is a lot, so any help is appreciated. Now we just shamelessly accept everything. We accept donation items, they're used items, they're left behind your other animals. It's really ongoing flow, and the quantities are growing, and we just always gonna need help. Every single day we need same things, and there is more and more coming in. So follow us on Instagram, Miami Animal Rescue. We document everything over there, daily intakes and problems and surgeries and fostering opportunities. So thank you so much for everything. We appreciate your help. Need input from everybody to keep that going.
Well, no, we appreciate you coming on the show, and it was really fascinating information. I can't believe you do this. I was exhausted just hearing about it, much less doing it. So again, thank you very much. Once again, I'm Steve Greenberg with
Lois Whitman-Hess, without a camera on me.
And our engineer,
David Nieves.
who just got married again. That's complicated. We'll explain it another time.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Meg. Thank you so much. And this has been Lying on the Beach on Camera. Take care, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.